But in helping the preschool bully, it's not just about helping the victim. Because in all likelihood, children who are bullied consistently in childhood, they are the more vulnerable children. They appear to be different to the bully. They appear to be weaker, maybe more sensitive, maybe gentler, maybe quieter. They, in some way, differentiate themselves that allows the bully to see them as being somewhat more vulnerable. Now, you may look at that child and say more wonderful, because when you're a little one, they don't think through these things. They just see a target. And having worked greatly with children who are sexually abused, the quiet loner child, pedophiles have told me this, the quiet lonely child in the playground is a child you know you can get to help you find the doggy, or help you get the ball out of the tree, or help you get the cat out of the tree, all of the things that appeal to the natural helping nature of children, that the bully, somehow or other, can sense vulnerability. And all to say that the flip side of vulnerability very often is spectacular. That the more sensitive child is very often the deeper, warmer, kinder child naturally. But we gotta help the bullies too. Bullies aren't bad, just like crying babies aren't bad. In fact, I've worked with people who've done horrific things, and none of them were monsters. They were very wounded people. And we have a chance to work with a child who's deemed a bully, or very assertive, or to use Tom Boyce's word, dominant. You know, the really, really bossy child who might not intentionally do any harm but is seen as very dominant. So in helping all of the above, modeling empathy is probably the very best thing you can do. And I don't mean in a false way, but to be empathic is to understand how a person feels and to feel with them. And that's a very powerfully enabling thing to do. Your friends have empathy for you because they have the ability to understand how you feel, and they feel with you. They will laugh with you, they will cry with you. Whereas colleagues who you wouldn't really call friends will sympathize with you. If there's something wrong, they'll say they're so sorry, and they do mean it. But they're not going to cry with you. Or if something wonderful happens to you and you want to share it with a friend, you know, they'll be joyful with you. And you tell a colleague and they'll congratulate you, and that's fine. You don't need a lot of friends in this world, but you do need some. And the power that you have, more so than your education, more so than your collective experience, is your personhood, who you are. Because children learn most deeply through relationships. So, and that's neuroscience. That's, you know, Bruce Perry. Do you folks know of Bruce Perry's work? Bruce is one of our advisors in Roots of Empathy. And we recently had him down to do a workshop. And Bruce very much talks about the work that we do in our organization as resilience building programs, because he says you encourage the idea of working through relationships, the attachment relationship, and then modeling with the children how you can understand how they feel and letting them know that you're able to feel with them. So that modeling of empathy is really key. Modeling kindness. You don't have to give lessons in kindness. There's no crash course in kindness, and there's no flashcard that will do anything for kindness. Kindness is like epigenetics. Kindness is something, if you experience kindness, if it is around you, if you see it, if it's the norm, you become kind. You know, we do have to say to our, you hear it in the shopping centers all the time. Share. You hear it in playgrounds, play nice. You can't dictate or legislate kindness, but you can model it, and that's how you learn it. It's experiential, just like empathy. No courses. I always say, for the seeds of empathy centers and the roots of empathy folk, that you can't teach empathy. Empathy is something that's not taught, it's rather caught. And everything that is important in life, our morality, it's not taught. You can't sign up for morality course. You can't sign up how to be a good friend. But it is something that if you're lucky, in the early years, you come across people who are kind. You live in a family where there's empathy. And those are the kinds of things that allow us to be able to relate to the bully and help the bully. Model patience. This is not a patient world. This is not a patient... I'm very impatient. In fact, where's my coffee? Yeah. We, somehow or other, because the pace of life is so fast, we often get impatient with little children who are the slow cookers of life, or the fast food of life. Multitasking is seen as sainthood. Multitasking is just plain not good sense. We feel we deserve a medal, just like working hard and sleeping less, you should get a medal for it. I think we should sleep more. Now, Annie, I know you know I'm not good at this, but I really think we should sleep more. I think we should listen more. And I think we should laugh more. I'm not saying we should work less, but I really think in service of our children, we should work less. All the people who work with little children have short shrift for their own children. So if really you advocate every day for the children you work with, but you need to advocate for your own children too. So the time we allocate in society for children is shrinking. Our patience is shrinking. We build playgrounds for children to play. What do we do for adults? More and more and more work. This new gadget, I keep getting technology, thinking I'm going to save myself time. I spend my time looking for it. So the idea that we need to be kind to ourselves, we need to be patient with ourselves, because if we're the best gift we have for children, we better be kind to ourselves. Patient, not so critical, not make such harsh judgments, just like children are critical of themselves. If we're critical of ourselves, they're going to become critical of themselves. So I think we should all take a deep breath and just relax, groove, enjoy the day. The sun's going to shine tomorrow, and all those lovely songs. And those ideas of enjoying the moment are very much taken in by the children. If you ask your own children at home what was their favorite year in school, they'll tell you their favorite teacher, not their favorite year, right? It's all about relationship. They're not going to remember, that was the year I learned the times tables. They'll remember that was the year I had to study those stupid times tables, right? But they will remember the person who saw them, who understood them, who savored them. And that's what you get to do more than anybody else. Because the more pressure you have on you to make sure they know this, and they're at that level, and they're going to be tested in grade 3, and come grade 6, and they got by grade 6, there's threats and pressures all the time. This is kind of like the last time. Because even when you're an adult and you're finished all the levels of education, the pressure on you to organize your life is huge. So I'm just suggesting you have a wonderful opportunity working with little ones to model measured life.